Imagine uncovering the legendary Oak Island gold chest and instantly becoming a millionaire. The team's excitement soars when they discover a mysterious object that leads them back to the original money pit. Their hope is that once they reach a depth of 50 to 60 feet, they'll be able to drill both horizontally and vertically. Deep underground, they uncover a hidden tunnel that could finally lead to the long-lost treasure that's eluded treasure hunters for over 2 centuries. Could this be the missing piece that reveals Oak Island's greatest secret? Let's dive into what may be the ultimate proof that the Oak Island treasure has at last been found. For years, fans of the Curse of Oak Island have been captivated by the hunt for the rumored treasure buried beneath the mysterious island off the southern coast of Nova Scotia. Countless treasure seekers have been drawn there by a centuries-old mystery, but so far, no one has managed to find the legendary riches. Rick and Marty Lagina, the brothers leading the modern-day hunt, believe they're closer than ever to solving the puzzle. They suspect they're right above the spot where the treasure lies hidden. If they're correct, they could achieve what no one else has, and prove that their long and challenging quest wasn't in vain. Could they really be on the verge of making one of Oak Island's biggest discoveries? Once they identified what could be a significant find, Rick and Marty decided to focus their efforts on the money pit area. Their goal, to reach a promising tunnel located about 95 feet below the surface. To do that, they enlisted Dumas Contracting to extend the garden shaft down to 90 feet. During the dig, they found bits of metal that boosted their hopes of being close to something monumental, perhaps even the long-rumored baby blob. But the real excitement came when they suspected they might have hit an underground wooden structure, a potential clue with huge implications. This new lead could finally help explain some of the island's most puzzling mysteries. However, digging in this area proved tougher than in other parts of the island, so the team decided to deepen the garden shaft further to get a better look at the tunnel. The anticipation grew as they believed they were on the verge of something historically significant. Archaeologist Laird Niven was particularly enthusiastic, convinced that they were closer than ever to uncovering what truly lies beneath Oak Island. Reaching deeper into the garden shaft seemed vital to access the mysterious tunnel. The team was reminded of earlier discoveries from a nearby borehole, where they had unearthed old parchment, leather bookbindings, and even an intriguing object marked with the number 6. These findings reignited their determination, fueling Marty and Rick's confidence that more exciting discoveries were just ahead. Their focus briefly shifted when they believed they might have found a wooden treasure chest. When asked if he thought treasure truly lay at the bottom of the garden shaft, Marty admitted, "I'm hopeful, but what I really want is to get underground in the money pit." Then, as they extended another nearby hole known as H8, they encountered something massive about 170 feet down. The entire team was eager to identify it, hoping this breakthrough might finally help them overcome the decade-long challenges of their treasure hunt. Unfortunately, reaching what they thought might be the treasure chest wasn't easy. The deeper they dug, the more unstable the H8 borehole became. It started ejecting dirt and pushing the suspected chest even farther underground. The conditions made it too risky to continue, leaving the team both frustrated and more determined than ever to uncover Oak Island's enduring mystery. This setback reminded the team of an earlier dig and a theory proposed by Terry Matheson. He had suggested that the vault or chest they were searching for might have been damaged or disturbed by someone long ago. While the idea was intriguing, the team was far more focused on the recent scan results that hinted at possible valuable objects still buried below the surface. Renewed by this discovery, they became even more determined to reach the suspected vault for a detailed excavation, hoping that, at last, they might uncover what treasure hunters have been pursuing on Oak Island for more than 2 centuries. As they continued their work, the team handled every piece of material from the H8 dig site with great care. Each fragment of evidence suggested that they could be closing in on the long-lost vault. Exciting, isn't it? These new clues strengthened their resolve to continue searching for the legendary treasure said to be hidden somewhere on the island. The discovery served as a huge morale boost, reigniting the team's energy and passion as they pressed forward to solve the centuries-old mystery. Once they wrapped up work at one location, their attention shifted to another promising site, eager to see what new secrets Oak Island might reveal next. Their renewed determination led them to the southeastern wetlands of the island, an area close to where the original money pit was believed to have been. Excitement ran high as the team prepared to dig near the ancient stone pathway. What secrets could this place hold about the island's mysterious past? They were about to find out just how significant this cobblestone path really was, as the area was historically known to have been a hub of activity in centuries past. Filled with anticipation, the crew began digging deep into the marsh. While their ultimate goal remained finding the elusive treasure, they were equally eager to uncover any ancient artifacts or relics buried beneath the swampy ground. During this phase of exploration, metal detecting expert Gary Drayton made an intriguing observation. He and several team members speculated that the stone path might once have served as a wharf or docking area for ships visiting the island. "This is exactly what we want to find. Ship spikes," Gary said, pointing out that such discoveries could prove that ships had indeed come ashore here. The possibility that this path had connections to the Knights Templar made the find even more fascinating. It could also suggest that the island once served as a landing site for unloading precious cargo. Alex Lagina was particularly captivated by these theories, and by the deep historical significance of the artifacts they were uncovering. The ancient nature of the items left him in awe, inspiring the team to dig even deeper. As Gary continued his targeted searches, the rest of the crew focused on uncovering more evidence to help piece together the story of the stone path and its role in Oak Island's history. Their mission had become about more than just finding treasure. It was also about understanding the importance of every relic they unearthed. Rick Lagina, especially, was drawn to activity in a particular area of the swamp. He believed this spot could hold the key to solving the 200-year-old mystery once and for all. Despite the many challenges that came with the dig, the team remained optimistic. The swamp's historical significance grew even clearer after Gary made an exciting discovery in that very area, further boosting their confidence that they were getting closer to something monumental. As they pushed forward, the team came across an unusual boulder situated near the stone path. Its deliberate placement made them suspect it might be a marker or clue, reigniting hope that they were indeed on the right trail towards the treasure so many had sought for generations. Not long after, Billy Gerhardt led the team to a group of rocks he had recently uncovered. To their amazement, these rocks appeared to form a trail leading directly toward the mysterious boulder near both the stone path and the original money pit. Jack Begley couldn't help but wonder what historical events might have taken place in that area, while Billy pointed out the incredible potential for discoveries that such a site might hold. The sense that they were finally closing in on something significant was almost tangible. Every team member felt the weight and promise of their discoveries, fueling their determination to dig deeper and explore further. The area around the boulder and the nearby stone path was carefully examined. They mapped every inch of the site, noted even the smallest details, and meticulously excavated the soil surrounding the boulder. They were hopeful that experts Mike and Mark could analyze the stones and provide valuable insights, perhaps uncovering clues or artifacts that could connect them to the legendary Oak Island treasure. But the team's exploration went beyond just digging. They used advanced tools like ground-penetrating radar and metal detectors to scan the area for hidden objects buried beneath the surface. Each beep or signal from the equipment sent waves of anticipation through the crew. As they continued, they recorded everything in detail, taking photos, filming their progress, and writing comprehensive notes. This careful documentation wasn't just for their own reference. It was also for future historians who might one day study their findings and the story of Oak Island's mystery. With every excavation, more of the island's hidden history began to emerge. The deeper they dug, the more they uncovered. Pottery shards, old coins, and fragments of ancient tools, all pieces of the vast historical puzzle that is Oak Island. Some of these discoveries were so old that they hinted at connections going as far back as Roman times. These artifacts suggested that early settlers or visitors may have used the island for trade, storage, or even secret operations. In the evenings, the team would gather around the campfire, sharing theories and ideas about what could be buried beneath their feet. They debated possibilities ranging from pirate treasure and colonial caches to relics from ancient civilizations. No theory was too far-fetched. On Oak Island, anything seemed possible. As the dig progressed, the team's camaraderie grew stronger. Their shared challenges, small victories, and collective curiosity forged deep bonds among them. This was no longer just a treasure hunt. It had become a historical expedition, uncovering fragments of the past that might one day change what we know about history itself. As the season went on, the team began preparing for the possibility that they might actually uncover the long-sought vault or treasure. They made careful plans for how to safely and respectfully handle any significant discoveries. Meetings with historians and preservation experts ensured they would be ready to properly document, manage, and protect any artifacts they unearthed. So, it was no surprise when Rick expressed his eagerness to continue digging. His curiosity had been reignited by the unusual arrangement of stones and a large boulder the team had recently found. Its placement seemed deliberate, making Rick suspect it could play a key role in their larger quest. For Gary Drayton, the discovery sparked even greater excitement. His treasure hunting instincts told him they might be on the brink of something big. Given the site's proximity to both the stone path and the original money pit, the entire team was buzzing with anticipation. The positioning of the mysterious rock only deepened their curiosity, and Rick emphasized the importance of carefully investigating the area. The potential of what lay beneath thrilled everyone. But Gary had a lingering feeling that something unusual was hidden below. His suspicions grew when he unearthed a wooden object buried just a few feet underground. Upon closer inspection, the object's unique shape and solid weight suggested it might be more than just a random piece of debris. It could be another clue leading them one step closer to Oak Island's long-lost treasure. A closer examination led Gary to believe that the wooden object they found might actually be part of a ship's decking. This realization made sense of why their metal detectors hadn't detected it. It was crafted entirely from wood. Excited by the possibility that the fragment could be connected to a shipwreck, the team intensified their search, hoping to uncover more evidence that might tie this discovery to a larger piece of Oak Island's mysterious history. Determined to learn more about the wooden find, the crew decided to dig deeper. Marty reflected on how their continued persistence in the swamp had often paid off. "It's similar to some of the planks we found before," he noted, "but this one's different. Wider at one end and thinner at the other." Despite the difficult conditions in the swamp, the team stayed focused, knowing that even small discoveries could lead to something groundbreaking. They also began to consider how long metal artifacts could survive in such wet, marshy terrain. Following Rick's directions, the crew pushed through several challenges, especially Jack Begley, who struggled to detect any metal signals in the money pit area, specifically in Lot 5, where they believed important metallic objects might still be buried. While some members faced setbacks, others were making remarkable progress elsewhere on the island. The archaeological team, for instance, was investigating a strange stone foundation they had discovered beneath a circular depression earlier in the season. What they unearthed didn't fit neatly into any known archaeological patterns. It was something unusual, something potentially historic. Archaeologist Jamie Kuba explained that the excavation was helping him form a clearer understanding of the mysterious stone structure. Their focus soon shifted to artifacts discovered about 161 feet deep, which offered glimpses into the lives of people who had once inhabited or visited Oak Island across the centuries. Among their findings were a lead trading token dating back to the 14th century, Venetian glass beads from the 15th century to the mid-16th century, and metal tools believed to be associated with Sir William Phipps. Each artifact added another layer to Oak Island's intricate story. As excitement grew, the team moved to a new area, eager to keep exploring what the island still had hidden. Jamie took charge of marking the boundaries of the old foundation and laying out a strategic plan for excavation. Although the task was challenging, the team's enthusiasm was palpable. The idea that this site could somehow connect to the legendary Oak Island treasure made everyone even more determined to press on. Jack speculated that traces from different historical periods might still lie buried in Lot 5. The bricks, ceramics, and pieces of glass they found hinted at a deeper, more complex history. "This one's much bigger," someone observed, admiring one of the new finds. "And look how shiny it is." These artifacts, though puzzling, could hold crucial clues about the island's past, and maybe even lead to the treasure that people have been chasing for more than 200 years. Fueled by this possibility, Jamie and the rest of the team gathered new data to strengthen their research. Jack, brimming with excitement, made sure everyone stayed motivated and coordinated, emphasizing that teamwork was essential if they were to make meaningful progress. As the excavation continued, they began to notice subtle but important details in the landscape. The density of the soil suggested the possible presence of mortar, a promising sign that they might be closing in on a man-made structure, or perhaps even the fabled vault itself. Encouraged by these developments, archaeologist Laird Niven prepared to join the team at a newly discovered stone foundation on the western side of Oak Island, ready to help unravel yet another piece of the island's enduring mystery. When the team arrived at the coastal section of Lot 5, they sensed they were on the brink of another major discovery. At the same time, archaeologist Jamie Kuba noticed a grayish material embedded in the soil. Its texture resembled rough mortar, or perhaps even early concrete, and it looked remarkably similar to a substance the team had previously found in the Money Pit area. Jack immediately remembered encountering something like it near excavation site H8 back in 2019. Discoveries of this kind weren't entirely new for the team, or for viewers following their long-running exploration. They had often uncovered different forms of mortar, concrete, and other construction materials during their digs around the Money Pit. Given this, Laird thought it would be wise to consult Emma, the team's specialist in metals and materials analysis. He believed she might be able to compare the new sample with the one from the Money Pit to determine whether they shared the same origin. Jamie was ready to assist, carefully preparing a piece of the grey material for testing. Still, Laird expressed some concern about how complex the analysis could be. Determining the source of ancient materials was never simple, and finding a matching soil or composition sample might prove difficult. Even so, he remained optimistic, convinced that sooner or later, the right conditions would come together to reveal something truly important about their find. For now, the team pressed on with what resources they had, driven by the hope that their dedication would eventually lead them to Oak Island's legendary hidden treasure. As Jamie prepared the sample for Emma, the team discussed what the material might represent. Could it have been part of an old structure built by earlier treasure hunters? Or perhaps remnants from those who originally buried the treasure centuries ago? The idea that they might be handling a piece of history directly connected to Oak Island's greatest mystery filled everyone with renewed excitement. Could this discovery be the final clue, proving that the Oak Island treasure is real? Or is there still more waiting to be unearthed beneath the island's surface? Perhaps this is just another chapter in a centuries-long saga, or maybe, just maybe, they've finally come face to face with the legendary gold chest itself.